If you're playing older games or indie games with a lower budget, then you might be struggling to stomach the less than aesthetic graphics. Those of you who have invested in high-quality PCs especially might be feeling the lack of high-quality graphics. That's where graphic mods come in. In this video, we'll go over the top games that benefit from graphic mods, which you can use to improve your PC gaming experience. First up, we need to talk about this Minecraft Seuss mod. Minecraft is an addictive world-building video game that will have you engaged for hours, but it's definitely not the most pleasant game to look at. The blocky art style and incredibly simplistic graphics give you the vibe that the developers are not really trying too hard to achieve the Ultra HD rendering that other modern video games have. Minecraft's defenders will tell us that the game isn't about graphics, and of course, that's not the point. If you enjoy the blocky style of Minecraft, then by all means continue using it as is. However, for those of us who want less of an eyesore to stare at for hours and hours, in comes Minecraft Seuss. Pretty neat mod for Minecraft which adds shading and several add-ons. The benefits of Minecraft Seuss are that it will run on even mid-range and low-end graphic cards, and is compatible with most NVIDIA GPUs. Of course, there's also the Minecraft RTX version, which is an official version of the game which only runs with RTX GPUs, and it incorporates ray tracing, which gives better shadows and more realistic light rendering in games. Minecraft RTX is great. In case you can't get your hands on an RTX graphic card, the Minecraft Seuss is just the mod for you. Next, let's talk about everyone's favorite game, Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 is a cult classic third-person shooter game which incorporates themes of survival and horror for the ultimate thrilling experience. Now, I'm sure most of you Resident Evil fans are still keeping your fingers crossed for the remake version of this game. While you continue checking the horizon for that, let's talk about the graphic mods that you can add to this game to make it an even more thrilling experience than before. Resident Evil 4 HD Project is a passion project made by a dedicated fan. It was started all the way back in 2014, and its goal is to add a high-definition feel to an otherwise classic game. The mod adds HD textures and assets which make the game feel like it was released this year, rather than half a decade ago. Fun fact, even the officially released HD versions of this are said to not be as good as this fan-made mod. So those of you who are feeling nostalgic about Resident Evil 4, it's time to fire up the old horse up again and experience it as if you were playing it for the first time all over again. Next, we have a mod for the classic that is more than a decade old, Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2 is another iconic game, this time a first-person shooter which combines storytelling and puzzle elements. Half-Life 2 is actually one of the best-looking games back in its day. Unfortunately, it was released in 2004, so graphics have come a long way since then. There have been a lot of different mods for this game over the years, with many people attempting to improve its somewhat cartoony graphics. One of the best mods so far has been FakeFactory's cinematic mod, which was released in 2013. It's considered one of the most impressive game mods of all time, as it brings about staggering improvements in visual quality. As you can see, it adds sharpness to all the textures in the frame, as well as an extra details in the rendering of the characters and environments. Of course, this mod comes with some controversy, as people believe it tries to change all the characters' models and fashion Alex's character after Victoria's Secret supermodel Adriana Lima. It's important to note that these features are optional, so you need to configure the mod properly to get the important HD aspect that you want. This list wouldn't be complete without talking about mods for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. GTA is everyone's favorite action-adventure game published by Rockstar Games. GTA San Andreas is the 7th edition to the GTA family, which was published in 2004. As is natural for all video games of its time, the graphics are not exactly the best. This is where GTA San Andreas Jefferson Retextured comes in. This is one graphics mod that is so thorough and detailed that we believe Rockstar should give the creator financial compensation, or at least a job for it. This mod stands out because of the attention to detail. No part of the frame has been left unchecked. From the weather to the fancy cars and the lightning, this mod manages to have it all. If you're someone who can't stand old games because of the not-so-pleasing graphics, then you have to give this a try. After all, what's more impressive than a mod that can take a 16-year-old old game and pop it straight in at 2021. Next up, how could we not add the Grand Theft Auto 5 Natural Vision mod? This ever-popular successor to GTA San Andreas, GTA 5 brought much-needed enhanced graphics to the game. However, GTA 5 was still released in 2013, so it's not up to mark for graphics in 2021. Not to worry, the GTA 5 Natural Vision mod brings about a much-needed upgrade for the game's graphics. This particular mod brings about a complete renovation of the game, and it's such an impressive upgrade that you'd think Rockstar Games has actually released a new version of the cult classic series. But alas, it's just a mod, albeit a mod that makes everything in the game turn photorealistic, and the retexturing capabilities of the program are just insane. There are changes made to the weather, the environment, the buildings, the characters themselves, the colors, and the light. This is definitely not the mod to download if you don't think your PC's up to the mark. Mods in general take up a lot of your PC's resources. The better the quality, the more advanced parts you'll need. Next on our list, we have a mod for everyone's favorite story games, The Witcher 3. Developed by CD Projekt Red and based on a series of fantasy novels, The Witcher is an action role-playing game that has had gamers engrossed for years now. The Witcher 3 is just approaching its 6-year birthday now, but not a lot of people are going to complain about its graphics. It was incredibly graphics heavy for its time, and even nowadays, most PCs struggle to run it. However, we always say when it comes to graphics, there's always room for improvement. That's why we added a Witcher 3 mod to this list. It is the Witcher 3 HD Reworked mod. This mod definitely pulls its weight in trying to make The Witcher look better than before. It adds new textures to cities like Novigard, making them more reminiscent of digital paintings rather than gaming environments. There's retouched greenery and walls and loads of new features in the environment, which makes for an immersive experience. This mod has the benefit of working well with other Witcher mods, so you don't have to worry about picking and choosing between your mods. One of the biggest advantages is that it's compatible with the Epic Games and Steam versions of the game as well. Last up, we have to finish off with the Fallout 4 Uber Fidelity Suite. Featuring tough gameplay and a gut-wrenching storyline, Fallout 4 has had the gaming community in awe for 5 years since it was released. The graphics are pretty good, but they definitely have a last-generation feel that doesn't keep up with the modern graphics we get to witness today. Luckily, this game comes with plenty of mods that can completely change the look and feel of it while gaming. The Uber Fidelity Suite is an incredibly powerful mod that performs a complete overhaul on the game. It no longer changes the environment and views, but also adds its touch to weapons and combat. The mod has been applauded for lending a very natural feel to the game and not resulting in any kind of strange disjointed features that we often see when we download new mods. The art style is coherent with the original look that the creators obviously wanted for their game. However, just in case you were annoyed by the coloring or flatness in the original game, you now have a sweet new mod to help you out. It should, however, be kept in mind that this is an incredibly powerful mod that requires an equally incredible, i.e. expensive, PC. Be sure to check your PC's compatibility with the mod before downloading it, unless you're a fan of torturing both yourself and your devices. That's all we have for you today. Let us know if we captured all of the best gaming mods in this video. Comment down below if your favorite mod was, and let us know if we missed anything. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and press the notification bell so you don't miss another video.